Power on the pump, power on the forward end. I think I hear the pump going. Yes! Worked! That's how you do that. Hey, it's Captain Brian, and I got a problem with an air conditioner. I have two of them. One of them is under the V-berth, and the other one is back under the settee. And the problem is that, you know, there's one water pump for both units, right? And there's a trigger mechanism when either of them comes on, it starts the water pump. So water pumps through both of them, whether, you know, this one starts it or that one starts it. So that one's not starting it. So what happens is the unit shuts off because it gets hot, and you see this flashing on the system here. It says on the control pad here, it says high PS, high pressure. That's what happens when you're not getting any water flow. So, and it works fine when this guy's pumping it, but when he wants to pump it and he doesn't, then it doesn't start. So the way it works is each unit has its own power box that starts the compressor and the fan motor and everything. And then there's this trigger box. And this trigger box, there's replaceable little trigger circuits in there. And I think that's the most likely problem. I'm going to replace one of those triggers. So first thing I'm going to do is turn off the power to both air conditioners and the water pump. Okay, so no power to any of the units. Next thing I'm going to do is take the screws off the faceplate of this trigger box, and we'll get in there. So I got the two triggers. I got the back one running, so that one should have voltage on it. So let's check the voltage on these. That one's 0. That one's 0. So that's probably the one that I need to replace. This one, 0, and there it is. So this is the one that's running the aft one unit right now. So I'm going to replace the other one. All right.
Perfect.
All right, so this comes right out. And it's got a black and a white. White one goes on top. Black one goes on the bottom. Okay. So presumably that's the bad one. It says it's 115 volt. These come in two different voltages. Some units, bigger units, are 230. So you got to make sure you got the right one. But I got a replacement part that's dual voltage. It's auto voltage. So hopefully that's going to be fine. It says it's a replacement for either one. So here's the replacement. A little fancier, got more components on it, probably for the auto voltage switching business, but it was actually cheaper than the voltage specific one. So now this one has black and red. I gotta assume that the white is the red. Here's hoping I'm right. Get this on there. Oops, on the wrong one there. Watch it. I think this box actually supports 3. Actually, it looks like it supports 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Anyway. I'm going to try to tuck these wires up in there like they had it. Get them out of the way. Okay. These screws back on there. I'm going to get these screws in nice and tight because power goes through. These screws are, make the connection. So make sure they're in there good, nice and tight. Okay. All right. So there's the blue one. That's the one I replaced. I got them plugged in like they're supposed to. Got them screwed in nice and tight. So now we can test whether the front one works right or not. Let's power on the pump. And power on the forward there. I think I hear the pump going. Yes. Worked. That's how you do that. So that was it, and honestly, I know very little about these things, and they're 18 years old. I thought for sure I was going to have a heck of a time getting parts and figure out what it was. But I, searched on the web and found, some good discussions about what it could be, and the trigger was the most likely culprit, and sure enough it was. The trigger is basically a little switch, and I don't know if this was, solid state or what, but there's only so many in there. So, it eventually breaks. So, and there's not many components that it could have been that was causing this particular issue. So that was it. We got lucky.